Hello, my name is Jesus Castillo, and this is rubyguides.com. rubyguides.com. And in this video, I want to show you what you should be focusing on, what you should be learning if you are a beginner Ruby developer. Okay? Because there are a lot of things out there, a lot of concepts, a lot of ideas, a lot of books, a lot of courses, a lot of things, right? And I don't want you to get lost in all of that. You don't need to learn a million different things to become a developer. Okay? So here's what I want you to focus on if you're a beginner Ruby developer, or if you feel that you still need to develop this fluency or foundations of Ruby. Okay? So number one, arrays. Number one, arrays. Or number one, arrays. Why arrays? Because they're super important. They are collections of items. You're going to be using them a lot in Rails, outside of Rails. Okay, they're a very basic building block in any programming language, especially Ruby. Okay. Number two will be hashes. Hashes. Why hashes? Because just like arrays, they are a collection of items, but their structure, they are in a different structure. So a hash is like a dictionary. Okay, you have the word and you have the definition. While in a hash, it's keys and values. Keys, values. Okay. So it's very useful to know how to work with hashes because they make a lot of things easier than if you try to use an array to solve the same problem. Okay? So that's another of the basic things that I want you to learn about, hashes. So we did number one, arrays, number two, hashes. So what's number three? Let's see, strings. Strings are also very important because strings are going to contain text and data. Okay, very often all of your data is going to be on strings, and you will need to work with these strings to work with the data. For example, let's say you want to work with some website and extract data from it, extract data from the website, and doesn't have any kind of programming interface to work with it. Then you will use a gem like Nokogiri to request the HTML code from the page, so you can work with that. But this HTML will be a string, will be a piece of text until something like Nokogiri can take the string and turn it into something more useful. Okay? So yeah, strings, very important as well. That's number three. So we did arrays, hashes, strings. And I hope you're taking notes, okay? So number four. Number four that you need to focus on and learn very well is classes. So you need to know what's a class, why do we use classes, how do you use a class, okay? All of these things. How to use a class, how to create a class in Ruby, okay? You don't need very advanced, just the basics. How do you create it? Why do we create it? Why do they exist? How do we use it? Okay? You don't need a whole course on object-oriented programming. You just need to know this. Okay. So methods. Methods. Uh, Methods are related to classes, of course, and it's another very important topic because methods and classes is how you're going to organize your code. Okay. So you want to know what methods are, how you create them, how to use them, and how do you work with parameters. So parameters let you send data into a method so you can work with it. Okay. And two quick tips about methods. You want to keep your method short. Okay, as short as possible because that will make your code more easy to read. Okay, nobody wants to read a 300 lines of code method. Okay, because there is a lot of things going on in there. But if you have short method and a good name for your method, it's easier to read. Okay, so that's methods. You need to understand them, how to create them in Ruby, how to use them. Okay, what types of methods are there? So next, let me review real quick for you. So I hope you're taking notes. If you miss something, here we go. Number one, arrays. Number one, number number two, hashes. Number three, strings. Number four, classes. Number five, methods. So I have two more for you. Two more. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Next is conditions. That will be number six. How do you do six with hands like that? Number six. Uh, so conditions is the logic into application. These decisions is how you say if this is true, then do this. If this is not true, do this other thing. Like, right? It's like the if something else. And the else is optional, in case you didn't know that. Else part. Okay? And you want to make sure you have your if statement and the end. Don't miss the end. Don't forget the end because that's often a cause of errors. Okay? So yeah, you want to learn about conditions, the different ways you can use them, the different symbols you can use, like the greater than, the equals. Okay. Next is number 7. Okay, number 7 is loops. Loops. So why do we need loops? Well, without loops, it will be really painful to repeat something many times. Okay? Repeat something. Well, what you want to repeat? Well, for example, let's say you want to print the word hello. Hello. You want to print it 100 times. If you don't have loops, you have to say literally say in your code puts hello, puts hello, puts hello, puts hello, puts hello. But with a loop, you can just say like 100 times puts hello, and Ruby will do all of the work for you. That's just one example, okay? Of how to use loops. So, yeah, I think I didn't miss anything. That's your 7. One last time. Let me give them to you one last time, okay? Here we go. Array, hashes, strings, classes, methods, conditionals, and loops. Okay? And here is another tip for you. These are the only things you need to focus on right now if you're still a beginner. Okay? You don't need to learn the, uh, metaprogramming or I don't know what's popular, optimization, microservices. Forget about all of that. You don't need any of that right now, okay? They might sound like really fancy words, very technical. I know it might sound interesting, like interesting concepts, but you don't need any of that. It's just a distraction, okay? Right now. Maybe when you're more advanced, these things will be useful or might be useful, but not right now, okay? Okay? So just focus. If you focus on the things I told you, then you're going to make progress, okay? So I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe to the channel by clicking the button below. And if you want to leave a comment or give me a like, that would be nice too, okay? And you might want to visit my website if you're not familiar with it. It's rubyguides.com. rubyguides.com. Okay? Thanks a lot for watching this video. I really appreciate it. See you in another video.